YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Every time I post some new content. Um, Listen, if y'all are wondering why I'm not as energetic as I usually be, great fact, I still got my tasty beverage, but listen, I woke up. I woke up Monday morning. Actually, I really feeling pretty good about myself. And then I go on social media, you know, because I know that, social media is going to give me like one or three or 10 or whatever. But the one thing that I actually really didn't, or for any of us for that matter, to count on, right? When you go through social media and then you find out that one of your battle buddies that, you know, that served with you, right? They actually really listen. I can't, I can't sit up here and say that what he did was right, what he did was wrong. I right now I can't, because whatever a person is feeling at that particular time, people be like, okay, well, they out of reality. Well, the thing about it though is this: if people actually really knew how reality really works, a lot of y'all wouldn't actually really be talking about, well, he wasn't in reality or she wasn't in reality and all this kind of stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Because I'm gonna tell you something about the United States soldier. It goes back to the warrior ethos almost. Well, ain't no almost to it. It does. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never, you know, I will never lose a fallen comrade. I'm disciplined, physically and mentally tough, proficient in my battle tasks and drills. I mean, for the most part, you can do that, you can say that, right? But how mentally tough are you once you don't wear the uniform no more, right? Because and for me, right, I could say this, I could say this probably just as good as anybody else, if not better, because I became, at one point I was almost a statistic, but the path chosen for me, right, wasn't the same for my battle buddy Sergeant Harvin, right? I can truly understand or overstand how he was feeling and what he was feeling. Because at one point I was at that brink. I was at that brink where that, for the most part I felt like that I've had enough with life. I don't want to look at nobody. I don't want nobody to see me in this low of state, right? And then it just was a fact, if I'd had a gun or whatever, this conversation wouldn't be happening. To my battle buddy, Sergeant Harvin, I think about, I look at this now, and and me knowing the type of person that you are, me and you are pretty much the same individual, in certain things. But when I don't know who did it first. I don't know if you sent me the friend request or I sent you the friend request. And I was actually really happy that I got it, but at the same time, you didn't ever say shit, right? So I'm just like, hey, you and I always had our little arguments, little debates, or whatever the hell it is that you might actually really want to call it. But um, I always, I always looked up to you. I always liked you how you handle stuff as an NCO, and then and so for me, right, I'm looking at all of this. I'm looking at all of this, right, and then I'm just like, okay, damn, I need to be like Sergeant Harvin because he know how to handle business, and then I got my people just like, hey, so here, you this, that, and the third, blah, 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 right? But, I always actually really tried to capture, what another leader had, and then again, it could have been for the simple fact that I might have had these qualities, but it's just for the simple fact that I looked up to certain individuals that it made me think that I didn't have it. So I took what they had and then I put it in my own leadership. What are you doing? Get out from behind that tree. So my whole deal is I could feel guilty about actually like really unfriending you because you didn't say a whole lot. But then again, I can also look at the simple fact that had I not unfriended you, it still wouldn't have stopped anything, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's just like, damn, dog, you didn't want to tell nobody? You didn't want to tell me? You didn't want to tell Lonnie Kester? I mean, look, you know who the hell you served with. I mean, damn, dog, you couldn't tell none of us. But then again, I get it. What the one phrase that we've always heard: suck it up and drive on. Suck it up and drive on. This is all what the fuck they always told us. And you know what? I got tired of sucking it up and drive on. And maybe, maybe that was the deal with you. For whatever reason, right? Damn. For whatever reason, you feel like, okay, I had enough of this. I don't want this no more. And it's just, sometimes I feel like, okay, well, damn. I really wish the hell it was that. I really wish the hell that was that easy. And then for the reason why, I'm crying right now because I know that's what the hell you did. I know that's what you did. You can't sit up here and tell me you can't sit up here and tell me that you didn't. Cause I know you did. Cause for one time I was in your position. I didn't know nowhere else to go. But then again, I thought about it, and I just cried in the middle of the floor. I mean, we can sit up here and we can talk about speculations all doggone day long. But it ain't, it don't change the fact that, hey, look, man, you didn't have to do what the hell you did. I feel like that, okay, I get it. You did what you felt was necessary, but you at least should have called out to somebody. And, I'm not trying to, downplay nobody on this, but, my whole deal is, and this is to the higher ups on this one. Whatever so-called beef that y'all may have towards these other countries, which I really don't think that it is. I really don't think that it is. But whatever y'all have, y'all need to hurry up and doggone nip that shit in the bud, because I'm tired of losing friends. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of losing friends. Whether that I knew you or not, if you died or if you committed suicide, it's because it's because of what you heard. You heard to suck it up and drive on one time too goddamn many. Listen, y'all know who I am. Y'all already know. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who the fuck to tell.